Hello and welcome to another episode of Touching All Bases. The MLB season is underway and we've got a lot to cover. Braves substance abuse, Freddie Freeman naked and afraid, Ben Rice, and torpedo bats. I'm your host, Kaden Hughes, and I'm joined as always by Drew, Riley, Katie, and Jackson Cash. Up first, we have 3 to see. Formerly beloved first baseman Freddie Freeman suffered an ankle injury in the shower last Monday before playing against his former team, the Atlanta Braves. For the sake of keeping it clean, I'd love y'all to start talking. Tell me y'all's thoughts on the injury.
I love this. I mean, I think...
What? I love injuries.
You love slipping in the shower. What's going on?
No. Let me explain. I'm the one with the Yankees jersey on right now. I think
the worst person up here.
I think the Dodgers have to be nerfed. I think this is God's plan. This is meant to be. And
Just wanted to say that they're 7-0, so it obviously didn't work.
just wanted to say,
8-0.
Freddie, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry to the Dodgers. But the Dodgers need to be nerfed because they're too strong and too powerful. And I'm glad that someone got hurt.
Okay.
Sorry again. Sorry. I don't.
Strong,
Yankees
too
I don't hate
powerful.
people, I
Coming
hate
from
teams.
a
Yankees
fan.
fan.
Why can't it be other Dodgers? Like I said to Drew off air, I said like if you're Freddie Freeman played his career in Atlanta. He moved over to L.A. When you go from Atlanta to Los Angeles, you're going to have different responsibilities in the shower. And obviously, Freddie wasn't used to that. But Freddie Freeman was a former Atlanta Brave. Mookie Betts played for the Greenville Drive. There's a lot of Dodgers I like a lot. I'd rather like a different player get injured than one of the guys that I have some ties to. But I kind of agree with your sentiment. It's nice that the Dodgers are doing worse. I hope they all get
They're
injured in
not
the shower.
doing worse.
No, I'm saying
They're unbeaten.
I
They're
hope-
not doing worse.
Their team is looking worse. If they all get injured in the shower, then their team will fall off.
I don't think they will.
apart.
I honestly still don't think that would happen.
Their entire team was gone, they would still win.
Their entire starting rotation gets hurt, and they still go into the playoffs.
How many starters could they lose to not be favored to win the division?
3 or 4.
4?
4.
Yeah. Otani, Sasaki,
That's
Mookie, and
crazy.
Freeman. They're not favored, you think? Okay.
They still.
Sasaki doesn't.
Sasaki?
He doesn't really look like a.
Sasaki hasn't done anything.
Okay. Tommy Edman. We'll throw that in. Come on. Is it bad to me?
No, I mean, well,
All done?
no, we need to talk about Sasaki, too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
After allowing
Sasaki.
3 runs in 4.2 innings, the Dodgers' new young pitcher, Roki Sasaki, was publicly crying in the dugout. Personally, I think that's pathetic, but I'd love to hear what y'all have to say.
yeah, I wanted to talk about this one because, you know, whenever his whole, like, him trying to pick a team and everything was coming out, it was rumored that he was more of a shy, small market type of guy, didn't want to be in front of the media. And then he goes to LA, the biggest market in the league, and stinks it up and cries in front of everyone. So I'm glad that he cried. I'm glad that you suck because
So bad, we're gonna get canceled. I'm glad that Freddie Freeman got injured. I'm glad
didn't say
he
that.
sucked.
no, I
just
I
hate
mean
the
like
Dodgers. That's what
no,
this episode
I
is.
really don't care. But like it's funny that like you chose the easy way out, went to LA, and you're sucking, and you cried publicly.
Riley, I absolutely agree
Thank you.
with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would cry if I was in a Dodger uniform too.
Also, just like, don't cry publicly if you're a grown
Do
man.
it in the locker room.
Ever.
Yeah, didn't
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, like I mean, that's ridiculous. That's so bad. Like I don't know. That's humiliating and it's pathetic. I will always see Sasaki in that way. Like if he turns his career around and it's 8 years in the future, I'll just be like, oh, he's the dude that cried in the dugout in his debut. And it's
Honestly, I think
if he falls
honestly,
off, that's his moment.
it honestly probably would look better if he just like showed that he was like frustrated or something instead of crying on national television. That's just rough.
he could have left the dugout.
It's also
Like,
his
that'd been
first
fun.
game.
Like,
I want to
second.
talk about that. It's
Yeah.
literally second game.
His second start, he
I wouldn't be so upset after my second start. I mean, I would just focus up, improve off of it, and go into my next game.
Well, I
personally.
think.
His control is
Yeah.
so bad. He's walked like 10 people already.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that baseball's such a mental game. I think when you go to another level, I'm sure he's been nervous the entire offseason, and now he's playing actual reps and it's going poorly.
Yeah.
I can
Your
see that.
fault for picking LA.
No, yeah,
I
I'm
think-
just saying I could see why he
no,
would break down. But
I
that's a
agree.
weak-willed man that broke down for sure.
I think you should have gone to a smaller market just because I think the pressure of LA and being on such a star-studded team is getting to him with like the expectations that he has. Because he had a really good start in spring training.
Yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
went 7 innings with 3 hits and 3 walks, which is much improved from anything that we've seen, you know, in the regular season so far. So I think he honestly just needs time to adjust to the pressure because I think he's just not used to that pitching, you know, in a non-MLB league and now, you know, in now just going to the biggest stage with the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, he showed in the Japanese league that he was a great pitcher there. The lights of the MLB is definitely a lot bigger than the Japanese professional baseball league, so I think you just got to wait on a little bit on him because he still is a young guy. I mean, he'll probably take 2 or 3 more starts. If he still continues to act like this after that, then you have a little bit
So
of a
by the way, number 1 prospect, my butt.
Okay, no, but like the talent is there, the mentality isn't there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
I
much
agree
of
with
the
that.
Do
talent.
y'all think that Sasaki should go down to the minors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most players should, if they're like a
Yeah.
rookie.
With the roster they have, yes. They have 7 starters in their lineup. I think if you want to give him more reps and more time. I also think his contract is a big thing, why he's like super emotional too.
Yeah,
That's what I don't like about paying like foreign players like overseas so much, because they come into the league and they have all this pressure on them and they haven't even performed one single game in the big league.
But again, like if you say that to him, he'd say, okay, F off, I'm going to a team that pays me more money. I think it's just like what I said with Aaron Judge. Like if it's really, really hard to play baseball and there's a lot of pressure and expectations, that's why you're paid so much money, because so few people can do it. If anyone could do it, I'd do it right now. If I could play on the Braves, I'd do it for $50K a year and stuff. It'd be so much fun.
It'd
But
be hard to
it's-
send a $300 million man down to the minor leagues.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, when you bring in,
Yeah.
he's still a rookie.
Oh, yeah.
I think just saying, hey, our rookie's going to spend 6 weeks in the minors, we have so many great starting pitchers, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah.
No one cares if they're
But
winning.
the good thing about the Dodgers is if his problem really is just adjusting to the pressure, they're talented enough that it doesn't matter if they have one starter that, pitches 1 inning for a few more games until he, gets adjusted. They have so much talent that they're able to let him adjust in the major leagues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
Up next, so Rafael Devers. In his first season at designated hitter, Red Sox Rafael Devers started 2-23 after batting over 270 in each of his last 4 seasons. Of course, the sample size is small, but I'd love to know if any of y'all are concerned.
This is terrible.
This is bad.
Like it's really funny to me because he made a whole big deal about not wanting to move to DH because he didn't want to move from third base for Alex Bregman.
It's apparently
And then-
all his values in
And then he oh my God, he's a terrible defender too.
Yeah.
So like pick a struggle, pick a struggle.
Take his struggle.
I mean like it's just, and then he finds like, oh yeah, I'll move to DH, and then Alex Bregman's he's been doing good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Devers is over here stinking up a storm.
Not only did he move to DH though, but he said, I am not moving anywhere else.
Yeah, for a while.
Except for the position I play. And then he got moved, and then it should be like, I'm going to prove myself that I should play that position, but no, he's just playing really, really bad, and he's only playing one
wonder-
way too.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like slightly intentional. Like I'm sure it's not really. But I know Yordan Alvarez, he'll play in left field sometimes and he'll also DH sometimes. And he always has better hitting stats when he's playing in left field just because he doesn't have that time to, just sit and do nothing in the dugout during defense. So, I mean, maybe this is Devers' way of saying, hey, I need to be a position player.
It's really interesting because usually if you're not having to focus on offense and defense, you usually get to be better at the one, but that's just not the case with this guy.
Going back to what you were saying, I had something similar on I think it's less so like he's intentionally doing it. I don't know if that's what you're saying, but I think it's more so just like when you're playing the position you want to play, you're just having more fun and you can buy into the team. I don't like being in the middle. I don't like looking at both of you.
Also, yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, I just think he's just going to practice or just going to games every single day, just a little more pissed off and a little less happy to play baseball. I think that might contribute to it a little more, which kind of makes me think is it better to just get your players to have the best mentality possible and just kind of spoil them a little bit, or are you supposed to just say, hey, suck it up and you're just going to be mad and play worse? I don't know what I would do with that.
No, I think more what I was trying to say is that when you have that half inning, just when you're not a part of the game, you kind of get out of the game, just sitting in the dugout.
Yeah, it's that
and
adrenaline.
so, it's hard to get back into it when you're going up to bat.
Yeah, 'cause
Because think about that, you're only going up to bat once every 9 batters. You're not even playing every inning. No matter what, because not all
Right.
9 batters are going
Yeah.
to get at bat every inning.
That's like, what, 4
He's playing
pitches?
3 times the entire game, probably 3 or 4. So,
Yeah, it definitely seems like an adrenaline problem for him because when he goes at the bat, he's so tense, he's so ready to go, and then he sits out for a half of inning.
And that's the
he's
problem.
just dead.
I don't like agreeing with people that are like that, but I do agree with the thing in him being a DH position because he's so twitchy and he has to be on the field and he has to be batting because he can't. He can't be
Stay loose, yeah.
He can't be the this is my one moment kind of guy. That's just not who he is.
That's kind of what they're forcing him to do. It's
Yes.
you got 3 moments a game, go make the most of it. When he's used to the entire game, being ready to go at third base, ready to rock and roll. He's got 3 moments to shine. He doesn't have the other 20 or something opportunities that every other fielder has. He's got 3 moments.
Absolutely.
He messes up on one of those. That's big for him.
Yeah.
So move Bregman to second, move Story to short, and then put Devers back at third.
No.
No.
I want
No?
Bregman to play third.
Just right out.
I don't know. I don't think
Devers
Devers
can't
should
go
get
anywhere
I just
but
don't want him to get his way.
I don't like
It's
it.
like-
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm on your wavelength.
I think it makes more sense to move him to
I
third.
think, if Bregman, wants a rest day and they just put Bregman at DH for rest, I think they should put Devers out in third, and I would be interested to see how he performs then.
Yeah.
But it would really make
I
me
don't-
angry if he ended
Yeah.
up getting his way.
I don't know where else Devers would go because, like,
Nowhere.
Oh, he'd have to go to third. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go back. You have to rotate third to Bregman. But the saddest part is this just shows more that he's just such a crybaby because he cried all offseason about being moved to DH because he wanted to play third, and then he puts up these numbers once the season starts rolling around.
Him and Sasaki.
That is not helping your case for wanting to stay in the game.
Diva.
My opinion is that you have to rotate around because there's 162 games in a season, as we all have been
Yeah.
saying, and
We have?
your team has lost 7 of them. But
Is that a transition?
yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Riley?
All right, well, last up on 3 to C, we have my favorite team, the Atlanta Braves, starting 0-7, getting swept in both their series by both the Dodgers and Padres. I'd love to know if this says more about the Dodgers and Padres, or if anyone has any 10 commandments about the Braves.
Riley, take it away.
I
Riley?
really didn't
it
want to
away.
start.
You don't want to start?
No,
I'll
I
do it.
will. I
Oh,
will.
please let Riley start.
I don't know. This is honestly the worst team I've ever seen in my entire life.
The numbers
I mean,
concur.
I have 10 things that I would like to fix, but if you gave me time, I could give you probably about 50 more. Here they are. So the bullpen. Bullpen's been awful.
Leave.
I don't have anyone that I trust in that bullpen. Lineup. The entire lineup stinks. Did you see the lineup they put out yesterday?
Oh my
Stinks.
God.
Starting pitching, especially Elder. We just had Lopez go down. And
Lopez is big.
Lopez
Yeah.
is really bad. Sale hasn't been that good. Schwellenbach, probably going to be our ace this year, and an Elder just isn't gonna cut it. Elder
scouting
makes
him,
me
he just
so
sucks.
Elder
makes
makes
you
me
upset.
so more mad. The outfield, Profar. What are we doing? Profar. I
He'll
don't
be big when he gets back.
know
gonna be
because he's like the thing that hurts is he's out for this half and he's out for playoffs.
That won't matter. But yeah.
That's
I know,
true.
He was also
He's
like
out for playoffs.
Ban him from the
Yeah.
NBA playoffs,
Really?
too. I mean,
Ineligible
he's not
for
going to
playoffs.
he
that.
was also like our only big free agent signing this year.
Yeah, he
which
was.
sucks
He was our
worse.
only
He
He was legit our only one.
He
was
was
our only
our
guy.
only one.
Yeah.
Number 5, leadership. After losing Freddie, after losing Dansby, after losing Darno, those were our big leaders in the clubhouse. Gone. If you look at our lineup, there's no leaders. No one who's like, hey, come on, guys, we need to do this, we need to do that. No, nothing.
Who would you say could
Is
step up?
Ozzy,
Who would you
Does
want?
Ozzy Albies have
'Cause I
a
feel
leadership?
like-
Ozzy Albies is our longest tenured player, so he probably.
But
he
I don't
won't.
like
I
that.
feel like
I
Ozzy
that.
or
You don't have a
Austin
leader
will
in
step
it.
up.
We don't have a leader.
Number 6, Arcia. Terrible
Please.
player.
Charlie Morton was
Get
good.
off my team.
Please.
Number 7.
That's crazy.
Nick Allen is better than Arcia. Number 7,
I don't know
illegal drug usage. Profar again.
He deserves 2 things. Yeah.
More than two.
Number 8, hits with runners in scoring position. We started off before last night. I think we were 1 and 37. 1 for 37 with runners in scoring
Oh
position.
my God. Well, okay, but that means we're that's a fluke stat. That's a freak deviation. That means that's a good thing to hear. I would rather us be one. I'd rather be 1 for 37 than 1 for 2.
I'm not.
Okay.
You're saying that you at least
I
have
mean,
Yeah,
runners
exactly.
in
Would you
scoring
exactly?
position?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we
Okay.
put 37 runners in scoring position in 7 games, if we do that every 7-game period, we're not going to go 0-7 for
I
every
see him.
period.
And also, I wanted to say last night we had bases loaded with no outs. Olsen, Riley, and Ozuna up. Nothing.
That really pissed me off.
How did the walk merchant not get on base?
I was mad watching
in the world?
baseball. I was really mad watching. I was walking. I was pacing.
Me and Juan Soto.
Number 9, I changed it. It was catching because our catching is terrible because Sean Murphy is gone.
Why?
Number 9 is actually Alex Anthopoulos. I hate Alex Anthopoulos. He does nothing. He didn't fix our bullpen. He didn't fix our starting pitching. He signed Profar, who is now suspended for illegal drug usage. Like, do a background check. Do something. You saw he had a career year in
What are we
San
doing?
Diego last year, and you didn't, let's maybe think about how he did that. No, let's just sign him to his big new deal, and that'll be our only signing. Now he's gone. And
I like
now,
number 10.
now our outfield consists of De La Cruz, Kelnick, and Michael Harris,
Why?
who is actually sucks.
Who?
Number 10, Snitker. I've heard that he's retiring after the season. Let's just go ahead and cut that out now. Let's do that right now, actually. So if we go 0-10, I would say he might be gone. If we lose this Marlins
No
series,
way.
he might be gone.
There's no way.
Yes, he'll
He
be
might
gone.
be gone.
There's no
He
way.
will be gone.
In his farewell season, World Series winning Brian Snitker is just.
Kaden, if we start with 0-10,
games.
he is gone.
He's been managing for like 50 years and won World Series.
in games.
I wouldn't say 100%.
His bullpen management is awful.
The bullpen's
No, I feel like 10
horrendous.
is.
10 is crazy.
0-10.
10
He's
is crazy.
We started 0-10 in 2016, so he's done it before.
I would lean more than 50% though. I would lean more than 50.
And I'd probably lean at 40. We're not that far off. We might be 15, 20% off on
Also, not just Snicker, but also losing EY and Washington, our third base coach and first base coach. That also has
That
played
killed us.
a huge role. You could tell last year, which is when we lost them, huge role in leadership gone. And every player, like, they love them, they praise them all the time, and that's gone too, and that's shown a big thing in the locker room.
Well, with that, I think we're okay.
I got nothing.
I think things
No.
are okay.
You're optimistic.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
things are okay.
Love
So,
to hear it.
first of all, obviously my opinions on the Braves. So, this has been the whole thing in the MLB. It's been 7 days, 7 games. There's 30 MLB teams. My preseason rankings to now rankings, one team would be different. It'd be the Braves. I'd move maybe if we were second before preseason, I'd say we're like 4th or 5th right now in my rankings, I would say. Okay, they're the only team that I would have moved because it's been 7 games. Okay, we've gotten swept by the only 2 undefeated teams in baseball, the undefeated Padres and the undefeated Dodgers.
You got to watch the games. They look
I've been watching. I watched 3
They look
games.
bad.
Watched 3 games.
Caden, do these numbers say good to you? 30th,
horrible.
28th, 23rd, 29th, 29th, 2 26s, and a 20th.
7 games. How did we start the first 7 games last year?
Good.
Good. How about
Yeah,
the year before
better. Good.
that? Year before that?
Wait, what was that?
We
We started
okay.
0-10.
So I've got 8 different statistics here about average runs, home runs, OBS, slugging, ERA, home runs allowed, and then WHIP.
Whip.
Our highest is 20th. Our lowest is 30th.
Again, against
We are not
the best
out-
teams in baseball. 7 games against the best teams in baseball.
Our highest average is 188.
But we're talking about the Braves here. They're supposed to take at least 2 of those games.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
Yes.
The Braves
We're
are
saying they're
supposed to
playing
have it.
bad,
I wanna-
but it would
yeah.
be 10 times more concerning if they got swept by the A's and the White
Yeah.
Sox.
I'm not saying nothing has changed. I'm just saying that, like, it's been 7 games. Like, if you tell me right now the Braves are in the wild card, I'm not like, oh, thank God.
Out of
I'm like,
the
I'm
2
just-
teams,
laughing.
if you knew that you
I'm
started
laughing.
the series and you got swept by 2 teams, the best possible outcome is getting swept by the 2 teams that are undefeated.
Exactly.
No.
If I tell you I'm from the future, Jackson, and we lose the first round of the wild card, are you relieved by the season or are you disappointed?
Disappointed.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I'm
saying.
relieved.
I would be disappointed. I still think that our baseline, our floor is out of the playoffs and this sustains. That's in play. Our ceiling is to be completely bounced back and we're completely
I don't
contenders.
care what the
I think our
way this
baseline is division winner.
the way this team looks. If we don't make the divisional, then I'm disappointed with the season. Let's be real.
If you guys-
we are a championship World Series caliber team at certain positions.
That started
We
0-7.
just that start 0-7. It's ridiculous. Yes, we've played unbeaten teams this
Yeah.
year, but yet our statistics look horrible. I mean, that's worse than the A's. Just think about that. That's 30th. Our average is 30th in the league. How many teams are there? 30.
There are 30 teams, yes.
30, 28, 23rd, 20th.
I mean, the argument that we've only played undefeated teams just doesn't really cut it for me because, like, I've been watching the games. Like, I've watched full games, and I'm watching this team. The lineup is so incompetent. They literally, like, Austin Riley. Austin Riley is supposed to be a top 5 third baseman in the league. He is absolutely awful. Ozuna only knows how to walk. Olsen also can't hit the ball. He hit the ball yesterday. Also, I mean, we had a 5-0 lead last night. And the bullpen, Elder and the bullpen blew it away.
Shocker.
And then we scored 5. It was 5-0 in the second. Didn't score again the rest of the game.
I think what we're trying to say, we're not being optimistic for the Braves. The Braves look bad.
Oh, no.
But if you had to get swept by 2 teams right now, you would want to get swept by the 2 hottest teams in baseball, which are the Dodgers and the Padres. So I think that's the one bit of, like, light in this situation. It is a bad situation. We do admit that, but
Drew, Jazz Chisholm has played 400 games of good baseball. He's been a good baseball player for 400 games.
He's not a good
How many games would he have to play before you'd say Jazz Chisholm sucks? He's not a good player anymore.
How many bad
How
games?
many
He's
bad
not a-
games would he have to play?
He's not a good player.
All right, give me a good Yankees. Yeah,
Oh,
give me Stan.
wow.
All right, I'll go with. Do you,
Oh,
do you
no,
agree
I
that
like
Stan's
Jazz Chisholm in this instance
good? Do we
because
agree,
he's
do we agree
perfect.
Stan's a good baseball player?
Who do I think is a good
Can
baseball
we agree
player?
that is Stan a good baseball player? No, no. One
I
thinks-
think
no one thinks
I
Stan
think
is.
Anthony Volpe's a very good baseball player.
Okay, y'all give me 10 seconds. All right.
Okay.
Anthony Volpe. Well, give me an older player.
Okay, fine. Take Stanton.
Stanton has played
I'm wearing the jersey.
over 600 games as a good baseball player. How many bad games do you have to have before you're like, it's over, he's bad?
200.
200? So Austin Riley's played 600 good baseball games, and it took 7 for Riley to give up on him. What I'm
He
saying
didn't
is
play
that's
good
crazy.
all
What
last
I'm
season.
saying is that's crazy.
He
I'm
wasn't
saying
good all
7
last
games.
season.
Kaden, have you seen
I
last
agree.
season?
7 is such a
7
small
games
sample.
is not enough games
And
to
just
give up
think
on
about
any player.
times
I'm
this season
concerned.
when good teams have gone on a 7-game losing streak and they've looked terrible, and then all of a sudden they turned it around and started looking great. It's
Yeah.
baseball.
It's
I'm
not-
random. You can't
No.
judge anything on 7
It's
games.
not just the 7 games. We weren't good all last year. I am so confident that we cheated in 2023. I think we cheated in 2023.
This is an insane.
Absolutely think we cheated in 2023.
Right.
We
No, no,
did
no, no,
that,
no, no. Stop,
and then in
stop, stop.
2024
I do not
we
associate
fell
with her
off
now.
so
Stop
bad,
it.
and then now
Riley,
2025
stop.
we're 0
This
and
is-
Okay, I think this is time to move on because we talked a lot about the Braves, but I think we also need to talk
Cheated.
about the Padres.
I'm excited. In like
Please
4
mute Riley.
weeks,
We're done?
we're gonna look back and it's gonna be
Just mute Riley,
Riley's gonna
please.
last so much. I can't believe I was
I
just
hope
freaking
so.
out. of this.
Okay.
I really hope so.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Riley,
this is
please
the
don't
most
bring an
recency
investigation.
bias
Let's take a second to show
Oh my
some
gosh.
love for the Padres. I mean, I think we were all high on them during the last World Series or the last playoffs. We
thought
all
we were
liked
supposed to
them,
give
and
up on
they went out and had a very not great offseason. And
Horrid.
a bad offseason. And we all decided that we weren't high on them anymore, and rightfully so. But here they are, 7-0. So
I think this is a credit to the management. I mean, they do it every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
They get to the spot just where they want to be and not further than that every single year. It's like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I was about to say, is that Mike
I
Tomlin?
think it's
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin.
That is actually
exactly.
really good.
Because Mike Tomlin gets them to that spot, but gets knocked out in the first round,
I'm
and
gonna
they're
say
not
that
a
in
team.
a few weeks ago.
They're not a team that should be going further than that, but they're a team that can go further than that. I would love to see them go further than that this year. I just don't know.
They hit their mark and then they just stale. They stall out.
Yeah.
And did y'all see the Jackson Merrill extension?
Yes.
That's
9 years, right?
rewarding.
Got
Yeah.
his bag.
That's rewarding.
Kind of cheap, but yeah.
Yes.
good for them.
I really liked them in the playoffs, and then I asked Riley in the offseason, are they going to be good this year? And Riley said, hell no. So I said, I guess they're Dodgers going to be good now. I kind of blindly follow Riley, except when I strongly contrary.
To be fair,
But
there's been a lot of things we've
I
said in
don't
the
know much.
offseason that have turned out not great.
I don't
this
know
season
much
so
about
far.
this one. It's sad. I'll keep going.
This season's
Are we
rough.
all Padres out?
We're going to move on to buy or sell. I'm so excited. We're starting off. It's one of the hottest controversies in sports right now. Yankees behind-the-scenes experts and lifelong physicist Aaron Leanhart created a new bat called the Torpedo Bat. The different shape has allowed the Yankees to start off with a record-breaking
I got
season.
you. Oh.
There's a big bat with a big old sweet spot, and some people think it's cheating, some people think it's innovative, and I'd love to hear what y'all have to say.
Yeah. Well, basically,
Wait,
what
what's the
it
question?
does.
What's the buy or sell?
Torpedo bats are good for the league.
Yeah.
Are you buying or selling?
Wait, I have a comment to make really quick.
Okay.
So basically, what the torpedo bat does is basically it like takes the stats of the player where their like sweet spot on the bat is. And you know how like normally the widest part of the bat is at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if their sweet spot is like more towards the handle, they'll just move the widest part of the bat down. So it's like customizable.
More wood
Yes.
where the sweet spot is.
Yes, it's customizable to every player.
How did it take 150 years for one person to be like, let's make the sweet spot bigger?
I don't.
That's-
Well, no,
no
it's
one-
not bigger. It's just. Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, to make, yeah.
Like, but yeah.
How does that take 100?
I don't think anyone's ever done the studies to know this is where the bat gets hit, the ball goes the most on the bat.
No one's ever been like, let's check and see how, like that. I think that's really stupid. Like, I think that's like, no one's ever been like, let's see where this player usually gets his hit, makes contact. Like, I think that's worth knowing.
No, I
Yeah.
do think it is crazy.
It's insane.
We
Yeah.
have definitely kept up statistics of like where players most like hit the ball the best, but we've never taken it this far as to make custom bats for them where their sweet spot is. You know,
Yeah, I think
where they need the bat.
any other expert in any other sport, if they went to baseball, they'd innovate everything and make everything better. Like, I think it's just such a old-fashioned, behind the times. Like, yeah, there's no innovation in baseball.
Maybe-
So,
It's frustrating.
are they good for the league?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buying.
Sorry. Let me.
I think
I
this
mean,
is sweet.
I think it's a sweep.
Yeah.
It should be.
Oh,
at least.
wait, hold on.
Okay. Well, I mean, what I have
Okay.
to say.
Never mind.
What I have to say to the buy point really quickly is that I'm buying if everyone in the league has them. So right now, not
I agree.
everyone has them.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think once everybody starts having them, I think it's great for the league. I think everybody loves offense. I think everybody can agree that they would much rather see a home run than a strikeout.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think if we're adding more home runs to the game, that's great. It sucks for pitchers. I mean, their stats will probably never really be the same, but
But it's proportional. So
I would
I think it makes the game of baseball more fun.
I would actually argue that this makes it better for pitchers because now you get to really see who's the best and who's the average. Because
It's
if you
great
have,
for the best
It's
pitchers.
great for the best pitchers in the league because they can really say, "Hey, I'm the best in the league." Now that your average guys that sometimes make an all-star game and struggle the rest of the season, it's gonna separate the best from the worst more drastically.
I think what Katie's trying to say, though, is statistics will never be the same. We will never get such low statistics as we have after
Yeah,
this
like-
because there
Well,
will
yeah,
be
the short
such
ballpark,
more
yeah.
high-scoring games.
Like a 4 ERA now will be like a 5.5 ERA in the future and stuff. Like having a 3 ERA
Yeah.
in the future will be like having
Yes.
a 2 right now.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah. But I think what Jackson said, like I think there's a lot of truth to that. Like guys like the top of the top, the guys that force very little weak contact even now, guys like Scooball and stuff are probably very excited because I feel like their statistics will not fall off as much, which will get them bigger contracts, get them more money.
If you face a team with those bats and your pitching statistics do not fall off and stay the same, then that means you are a good pitcher in the league.
they're gonna break the market. I think pitchers are gonna be going crazy a lot.
Pitchers that can pitch really well off torpedo bats will skyrocket next year in free agency.
I agree with this side of the panel as well because I only think it should be a thing if everyone has it. We're just the smartest team in the league, so we have it first. So
Shortest ballpark, most juice bat. Shocker.
and smartest team.
Yeah, I want to say half of their home runs, the only ballparks gone are is Yankee Stadium.
It's like Yankees.
like
Yeah, they do.
half of
They
them
do
I
have a
saw,
little
it's
league
like
field,
Make
yeah.
your
one,
ballparks,
one out of 30.
Maybe the
Yankee
A's stadium and the Rays stadium now.
Make your
but
ballpark smaller.
Oh my God.
modern. So you mean
No,
small?
we like major league ballparks, not minor league, little league.
Okay.
Your team is like a minor league sized ballpark.
I mean, I'm just gonna go with a Bell on this one. Like, I mean, I'm gonna
You have,
buy.
you have to pick a side.
Bell.
No, I don't.
No,
I'm buying because I know the Braves just ordered a bunch, and I'm buying if it really helps them out.
Yeah, that's
But,
valid.
then it gets to a point where like, if runs and home runs just skyrocket and gets out of control, I think the league will do something to stop it. Because I don't think they'll let it go that far. Like, I don't think they'll let what happened in that one Yankees game continue.
There's a point where it wouldn't be fun.
They won't
Yeah,
allow
I
it happen
agree.
again.
It'll be fun for people
But it would
who
be
don't
a lot
normally
more
watch
fun
this.
if it was a close, high-scoring game.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if a 5 ERA pitcher gets $30 million this offseason, the MLB will probably crack
You
down.
don't think
like,
all
I think there's a point in time when it'd be problematic. You got it.
You don't think all the basketball fans that are getting bored of the free throws in the last second of the game? Well, if it's a 3-4 game, if it was a 9-12 game as opposed to a 3-4 game, I would rather watch the 12-9 game as opposed to the 3-4 game, which is why I think all the basketball viewers that are not liking the last few seconds of the game where it's like free throw, are going to come to the 12-9 game. And basketball is currently the 3-4 game. And with the torpedo bats, we're going to have more high-scoring games and more viewer retention engagement because those high-scoring games will be more intriguing to watch.
Yeah, I
the fan.
think.
Offense gets views.
Yeah,
They're
no,
never
like I
not gonna
said,
say no to
people
that.
want to watch a home run, they don't want to watch a strikeout.
Yeah, I feel like we all agree
Unless
that
you're a pitcher
like, it's a
fanatic,
better
then you
thing if
want to
offense is
strike out.
better, but there's a point in time when it would get problematic.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think, and if we reach a point where that's a gray area, then we can have a big argument about it.
Here's the question though: if we're now allowing kind of like juiced bats, what can we allow the pitchers to help coincide
They
with
should
that?
bring back sticky
be able to
stuff.
They
spit
should
on
bring
the
back
ball.
like substances and
It's
stuff.
hard.
I feel like they should.
Yes,
It should make it.
should. That means if it was just tar, though.
That's what the
like,
pitcher's
that's
gonna
so
argue.
throwback.
Yeah,
Just
that's
tar,
what they're
nothing
probably gonna
else.
argue.
That is what they
Yeah.
would argue.
Not
Because
like
you think about it, pitchers used to have more of an advantage over batters because they would have all that stuff that they could
it would
use.
scuff the balls and no one
Yeah,
cared. Greg
and
Maddux
now
did that a
it's
lot.
and now it's the batters have a way
See,
greater advantage.
this is where I start to little bit more disagree because I think if the pitchers had the same way they were now and the hitters get a boost, it'll still not. A pitcher won't have an advantage or a disadvantage around each other. They'll still be the same pitcher.
Yeah, they're all batting. They're all pitching to the same players with the same
They
bat.
would all,
Yeah.
they would all
Yeah.
get equally worse, and then it'll be fine.
I don't think the pitching has to change. I
Yeah.
love the hitting change.
We would just have to have like stupid arguments where it's like we would be like, this guy has a 3.5 ERA, but he's just as good as this guy with a 2 ERA 20 years ago. Y'all just don't. Your generation doesn't understand. We'll be those old
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
We'll just have
yeah.
to deal with that someday. But yeah, when everyone says like, whatever. But last up, if we're good.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Last up, so the Orioles started the season 3-4 with expectations to win the division.
You're cut.
And I want to know what y'all have to say about this team.
You're done.
They're last in the AL East right now. So
Yes.
They unfortunately lost a little series to the
Red Sox.
Red Sox, and then they lost a little series to the Rangers.
Wait,
So
they played the Rangers?
I think so. Yeah. I looked it up before. I'm pretty sure they played the Rangers. You can double check me on that, but it was.
Hold up. No, they played.
They played them.
You did say
No.
World Series.
Yeah, I was like, that's.
They played.
Sorry, I'm just used to talking about the
They
Yankees.
haven't played the Rangers.
I'll clarify. They played the Blue Jays.
They split a series with the Blue Jays. They lost a series against the Red Sox. They start a series with the Royals tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got my R's mixed
two
up.
elite teams they've lost to.
What? Ours?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Or whatever.
you know, I'm buying the Orioles, guys.
Me too.
I think the Orioles are ending up
Racist and write it again.
first place in the division. So right now, I think the Jays are in first. They're not going to stay in first. Let's be
Eraser.
so for real. The Rays are in second. They're definitely not staying in second. And then we have the Yankees, and then the Red Sox, and then the Orioles. I'm not choosing the Yankees because I don't like the Yankees. And when I saw this series between the Red Sox and the Orioles, I mean, the Red Sox did take the series, but I do think that the Orioles did look like the better team. And a lot of what we were saying over the offseason for the Orioles is that we needed certain players that didn't perform last year to start performing, like including Jackson Holiday. And so far, he's hitting .304 with a .478 slugging and an .811 OPS. And there's a lot of players like that that did not perform last season that are starting to perform. And I think that once everyone starts performing, even the people that performed last year, I think they're going to be a really solid team.
Twins.
I mean, I don't see the Orioles peaking past second because this Yankees team, I am the Yankees fan and I could preach this all day, but from a bystander's perspective, this Yankees team looks like the most well-rounded one we've seen in a while. They
It's
have
also the only team we've seen with torpedo bats.
we have a closer. The only
You have a closer? Wow.
the only
All teams have
Always lead off
closers.
with the weirdest things. Ben Rice. I guess he is a slugger.
This is not a weird thing. I mean, we had Clay Holmes. He gave up most of our games last season. I would say about 15, 20, 25 of our games was just because of Clay Holmes, and that costs. I mean, a place in the playoffs and a bye.
I can
for
say that every
validation.
time Clay Holmes came on, he would literally lose it every single time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like how he plays. He's not my guy, but
Our pitching isn't that good.
no, and that's where I was going to go next. Our
Max
pitching.
Fried didn't have a hot start.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
our
well,
pitching
you
wasn't
did-
that good.
you did
Will
crap.
Warren looked good. Will Warren had a
bad
good
about
start. Carrasco, whatever. But I mean, we can look at the pitching, but I think our outfielding's looking good. Obviously, we've had some errors in the field, and we had 16 strikeouts in a row
What?
on Wednesday. Yeah, not in a row, 16 strikeouts.
I was
like, that's got to be some crazy,
That's-
record.
Okay, Devers.
That's literally.
Yeah.
That's what, what?
Yeah, that's 5.
Lord.
my God.
Well over half
Yeah,
a game
16
worth of
strikeouts against the
strikeouts.
Diamondbacks yesterday
Ooh.
on Wednesday.
Yeah, they have
Diamondbacks?
not looked good against the Diamondbacks. Yeah, they looked
Diamondbacks.
pretty good against the Brewers with their torpedo bats and a not great Brewers pitching
Poor
stat.
Brewers.
Like
Oh.
stuff, I mean.
Hey, I mean, the Diamondbacks are 4-2. They're still
not a
somehow
big deal.
fourth in their division. I don't
16?
know
I
how.
need y'all to
Yes.
explain something to me because every team gets 27 outs in every game. So they had 11 ground outs, 16 strikeouts. Is that like
Look up
could've
if
been
that's a
flyout.
record. 16.
12 strikeouts and 15 ground outs? Like, I don't. Why is a ground out so much better than a strikeout? I guess is my question. Like, why
You
is
at
weak
least
contact?
made contact
I guess
with the
weak,
ball?
I guess so. So weak is weak contact.
No,
like-
because it's not a ground out is not always weak contact. You could have a ground out that was hit 110 miles per hour off the bat.
I got you. That's fair. I think
So-
if you're putting up points and you also strike out a lot, I feel like you're just a power hitting team, and I think that's the Yankees. But I don't know. I don't know as much as y'all do. I'll talk about the Orioles though. I'm buying. So I went crazy on an episode where we talked about the Orioles because I feel like we got in the dead of the offseason, and I feel like the trend we kind of went into was just complaining about the Dodgers, talking about how the Mets were terrible, comment about the Braves, make fun of the Astros, and then that's the end of the show. And so we were talking the same teams over and over, and it was who's going to win the AL, and I was getting ready to hear Yankees, Astros, all that, and I picked the Orioles to go to the World Series and win the American League. And so it's been 7 games, so I'll stick to that. If y'all have a strong argument, then I'll probably just have a dumb rebuttal. I don't really know, but yeah. So they're going to win. They're going to the World Series. Put it in ink right now.
What?
It's a race for the NL.
What?
I'm not going as far as the World Series, but the AL East, I think they're winning.
Okay.
I'm selling because I like the Yankees and the Red Sox more
Yeah.
in that division.
I will also say selling this one. I mean, the Yankees are having a rough series against the Diamondbacks, but yet again, in the National League West, 4 of the teams have a winning record right now. Only one of them is 1-5. They've got 2 unbeaten teams. So I mean, the Orioles, I like them, and I think they're a great team. But as long as the Yankees still have that, or still keep on getting free agents every single year, and considering the fact that they're the smallest stadium and they got the most juice bats in the league, the Yankees are taking the top spot.
Guys.
Hit it to the short porch, and it'll be gone.
You hit to a porch about 250 that way, you're going to hit a home run every single time.
Did y'all see that Matt Olson hit a 390-foot double, and Mookie Betts hit a 369-foot home run that one game?
How does that make sense?
I hate when stuff like that happens.
It's so funny.
Hey, if someone knows how many.
Or it's like a 410-foot fly out, and I'm like, what?
Ow.
Pissed
If it
me
hits
off.
400 feet, it has to be a home run.
It has to
Like,
be.
400 foot is a home run hit. Yeah, that's
The
enough.
amount of, to dead center. Ugh.
If someone at home keeps track of how many home runs have been to right field, please comment that because I don't think it
I
has
could
been
tell
a
you in a
lot.
few minutes, but
Okay.
Hold up. I'm gonna look this up real quick.
I just realized, guys, we never talked about Ben Rice. We got to talk about Ben Rice.
Dude,
Oh.
he's so good.
My lead off.
He is actually
I said
kicking
in the
butt right
group
now.
chat, like, Braves win. Ben Rice is a slugger. Is aged better than the Braves are going to win the division. Like, it's ridiculous. It's insane. Yeah, it's.
Never in a million years would I think
Yeah.
that would be a sentence.
Can someone pull up his stats really quickly?
Hold up, I got this. I got
He
this.
has like a
I got
1,300 OPS or something, like something crazy
Hold
like
up, I
that.
got this.
Barry Bonds.
Ben Rice's stats right now, he is currently
batting
385,
Yes.
5 hits,
Yes.
4 runs, 2 RBIs.
What's his OPS? What's his OPS?
hold
Go,
up.
go, go.
1.352.
Wait, yeah, I was right. 1,300.
Oh my God.
He's so good.
So Ben Rice,
Yoga does a lot for a man.
Ben Rice is hitting leadoff tonight against
Yes.
the Diamondbacks. How do you guys feel about that?
Wow.
I'm excited. I mean, if he's hitting 385, yeah, he needs to be hitting leadoff.
I mean, he's got, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, 1 walk. He struck out 5 times, though.
He'd be the number one on Braves.
Guys, I love
Riley's
If
really
this was today, he'd be the MVP.
I love Ben Rice. I don't think he should be batting leadoff yet. Love Ben Rice.
Y'all just
Love Ben Rice.
God.
Ben Rice is a
Until he proves
not
otherwise.
happy.
Until he proves otherwise.
You're not
Until
happy
he
he's
stops-
batting leadoff.
Until he stops hitting 385, then yeah, move
You're
him
a
back.
fake
Until he hits a
I
home
want
until he hits a
Austin
home
Barnes
run.
being
He's
my
the one that
leadoff.
brought it
You're a
up
fake
too.
Ben Rice fan.
Bro, I'm
That's
so
crazy.
excited.
Dude, he could be batting 85. If he was on the Braves, he could be batting 0, and I still wouldn't. If he went lead up, I'd be like, hell yeah, that's so sick. I'd get excited.
I mean, hell yeah, that's so sick.
Thank
But
you. It's Ben Rice. It's amazing.
it's Ben. Yeah,
He might not be a novelty this season. He might just be an actual MLB player, and then
Ben Rice.
Kaden, this is and we'll see how it goes.
Ben Rice
That's
is a
me right
better average than
No,
the
I
entire
think
Braves
I don't think
roster.
he should bat lead up. I think it's really cool he is because we talk about him so much.
Yes,
on the show.
that's all
what
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Still waiting for the interview, by the way. It'll be coming soon.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ben Rice.
yeah,
interview.
get ready,
We gotta
guys.
do it before he gets famous. We gotta be like, we
gotta get him now. We
He's
gotta
not?
get him
If Ben Rice, if Ben Rice,
Drew, you're going back
I
to
know
New
he's
York.
not going to. I'm saying this
Okay.
tongue in cheek. If Ben Rice became
saying
like
to
an
the Yankees
all-star,
game.
we could all be like, we knew Ben Rice. We knew it. We knew he was going to be good before he was good. You know?
Oh, yeah.
We'll be those annoying fans. Like, I thought Ben Rice was going to be good.
Well, I knew it first.
Yeah, I was not Ben Rice.
I was a
for you
fan
guys.
first.
Drew was the only
I
one to
listened
say
to
he was a
Drake when he had
slugger.
1,000 streams on Spotify. Yeah, exactly.
What can I say? I know my stuff.
Drew was Ben Rice's first
You
fan.
panicked in front of the camera.
Oh my
and
God,
said
why
Ben
did you
Rice.
actually get that
It was
right?
so funny.
Oh my.
And you started your sports media career with a bang. Ben Rice.
We gave him so much crap for saying
We still gotta make that Ben
was a
Rice
slugger.
edit.
Oh, we will.
Oh, we do.
And we have more clips too
It's in the
now.
works.
We actually have home runs
No,
now.
I think
it
I
should
need
be
to make something for the Instagram that when you say Ben Rice is a slugger, we all look at you like that, and then it's like goes to his highlight reel of
Yeah.
everything.
That actually was sick.
He said,
Actually
I
great.
wanted to do an edit. I wanted to do an edit where it's when Riley says on one of the episodes, you know who else is a slugger? And then you go, Ben Rice. And after you say Ben, I want to cut the announcer saying Rice is the
That's actually sick.
Please make that.
I would love
See
that.
ya.
And then it would just be his, I want to do like a 2023 Ben Rice edit. And it's just his 3 home runs over and over to a song. I think it'd be pretty fun. I'll
coming
think about
next
that.
week.
Yeah. That'll be something I'll make
Coming
at
soon.
3 in the morning. I'll wrap it up though. Yeah. Okay, Jordan. All right. I'm not thanking you now. Thank y'all so much for watching Touching All Bases. Drew, Riley, Katie, and Jackson.
Thank you, Zach and
y'all.
Grant, by the way.
Thanks to Zach and Grant, producers. Zach Black in the
Pray
back.
for a Braves win.
Pray for a Braves win.
Bye
We'll see y'all
next
next week. We love y'all. Goodbye.